This is the story of Holden Caulfield, 16 years old, confused, angry, and tired of all the phonies in the world. It begins just before Christmas, somewhere outside of New York, where Holden sits in a mental institution, telling us about the strange and lonely days that led him here. Holden's kicked out of Pencey Prep school, not his first expulsion, by the way. He's failing most of his classes, doesn't care much about sports or teachers, and definitely doesn't care for phonies. He says goodbye to no one, except Mr. Spencer, an old teacher who tries to give him advice. But Holden can't stand lectures. He lies, smiles, nods, and leaves. Instead of going home to face his parents, Holden hops a train to Manhattan. He's got some money, his red hunting hat, and time to kill. He checks into a cheap hotel, watches strangers through the window, and starts wandering. It's a city of lights and noise, but Holden feels more alone than ever. Holden meets people, lots of them, but never really connects. He tries to talk deep with cab drivers, but they don't get him. He goes on a date with Sally Hayes. She's pretty and popular. Holden suddenly asks her to run away with him, live in the woods, escape the nonsense. She laughs, thinks he's joking. Holden gets angry. He always does. He hires a young prostitute, not for sex, but just to talk. He feels sad for her, tries to be kind. But when her pimp shows up demanding more money, Holden gets beaten. He lies on the floor, imagining himself bleeding out like in some movie. In the middle of the night, Holden sneaks home. Not to face his parents, just to see his sister, Phoebe. Phoebe's young, smart, and honest. She calls Holden out, tells him he doesn't like anything, that he's drifting. Holden tells her a dream. He wants to be the catcher in the rye. Someone who stands at the edge of a cliff where kids are playing, ready to catch them if they fall. He wants to save them, save innocence, even if he can't save himself. The city starts to wear him down. He's freezing, exhausted, sick. He starts to talk to his dead brother, Ali. He thinks he's disappearing every time he crosses a street. He pleads to Ali, "Don't let me disappear." Holden is unraveling. The weight of everything, grief, confusion, fear, is too much. Holden plans to leave town for good, but Phoebe shows up, suitcase in hand. She wants to come too. He says no. She cries, so he takes her to the carousel in Central Park. It's raining, but she rides the horses anyway, and Holden watches. He finally smiles, not a fake one, but a real one. For the first time in days, he realizes maybe it's okay to let kids try, to let them fall sometimes. Maybe he can just watch and be there. That's where the story ends, or maybe where it begins. Holden doesn't say what happens next. He misses people now, even the ones he said he hated. And maybe that's the point. The Catcher in the Rye isn't about what happens. It's about what it feels like to be lost, to be human, in a world that doesn't always make sense. Maybe you'll relate to Holden. Maybe you won't, but you'll remember him.